church also. I want to say thank you to you, brothers and sisters, wherever you are watching. I want to greet you in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, one God forever and ever, wherever you are watching us. I'm Joseph Chimba, the Grassroots Media. If you are watching me for the first time, Ngamuren Tamba for the first time, Joseph Chimba JC, President of the Grassroots Media. Aba ume paba ume. Mukalamba wandi manu mwambala ndo kweba timwaisa banga. Aba shala aba chimba bana kashi. Na wako feneka ne mwa ume bonzi. Abengi bali banda bali butuka. Balandira mufialo. Lelo ine nandira mchechesu cha Zambia. Bantu pafwa bantu pashala bantu. Ba Michael Sata bali fwa, ba Edgar Lungu bali fwa. Abena Levi mwana wasa bali fwa. Bakaunda bali fwa, bali pia banda bali fwa. We are the future leaders of this country. And we are not going to leave any stone unturned. We shall stand on the truth to protect democracy and to protect the Zambian people. My topic is very simple because I'll be going to church. So I want just to talk about old and young youth in the patriotic front. Ba PF ichibe mbachilando kweba tumulilo uchingira bakuruta ocha. Na imu mwebe na Zambia mwishibe kweba tumulilo uchingire abakala mbata ocha. Ero kubika po ichibe mbachilando kweba amano yafumine muifwesa ya muchulu. Meaning that the youth and the old people, they have to work together. Pantu amano yafumine muri youth ya muchulu. Amano yafumine muri youth ya mbakalamba. Meaning that you, the youth of the patriotic front, you cannot work without elders. Pantu ichibe mbachilando kweba ati umulilo uchingira bakuruta ocha. I want to tell the patriotic front why they are going through problems. There are people that they have abandoned. Kwa di baba kalamba. Mushu wonse wali kwa taba kalamba. Ichalo chonse chali kwa tentuntuko. So ba PF kwa di baba kalamba aba ambile chipani cha patriotic front. Abo limbita mwala ndena bena. Obo mwale kereshe when we are in power. Or maybe they are still alive but you don't consult them. Ichibe mbachilando kweba tumulilo uchingira bakuru. Taocha. I want to encourage you, the patriotic front, to go back. By Nonge Winner, by Vice President, she came from Western Province as a running mate in the patriotic front, and the Babombena Balungu came from East. So the Balungu, the by Nonge Winner, they worked together. And Pafabantu, Pashalabantu, Olo Balungu Bafwa, Padishala by Nonge Winner. And Tuntu Koyamano. By Nonge Winner, she's still alive. So every problem that we have to involve the former first lady and the Intuntu Koyamano. But Mayoba Nonge Winner, she's still alive. So I will call upon the leadership of the patriotic front to call by Nonge Winner. Mwila sula bakalamba ichibe mbachando kwebati umulilo uchingira bakuruta ocha. Meaning that the mwachita involved by Nonge Winner. Na balabakala mbabonse abachipani aba patriotic front. Bana ba Nonge Winner na balabonse abakala mba. Obo mwaposa ebo tabula ndana bena. Mwingine mwabeta pantu ba Nonge Winner nga baita chabinga lero chabingo uine kalufyanya alaya. Ba Nonge Winner nga baita KBF. Kulando kwebati KBF ndefu anande na iwe. KBF alaya. Pantu wa mama ba Nonge Winner nintuntuko ya mano buta nina ngoko chifikatila bana mwalimu wene olo kwali kula ku PF secretariat elo ba mfilo kwebati Edgar Lungu nafwa ba mama ba Nonge Winner ba ishile ku PF secretariat kwa bulo mwenso kwa bule chili chonse balirila pantu Edgar Lungu na ba mama ba Nonge Winner ba bombele mu office limo making sure in the all corners of this country, development was taken everywhere. So, tetimuleke ba mama yo ba Nonge Winner na bekala. Epo bachini no mweo. Bane, beteni ba mipandi amano. Pantu, ichibe mbachilando kweba ati umwana takulila nina. Efe ichibe mbachilanda. So, imo ba PF bonse, ba mausa mpa ba mundubile ba givenu binda bina nakachinda. Muikulila. Ba mama ba Nonge Winner bali ba vice president elio ni bana nkoko chifukatila bana. So tulelo mba for Grassroots Media for eni abakalamba abali mu PF abala mipanda mano efe mwala chitane efe mwala enda pandu chiwemba chisosa chiti na likuwebele taburu wapo bala mumwene nchenshi balaba pangile chipani cha PF ko bali bana mayo ko bali bashitata limbi bali lekereshewe bala chita complain because when the founders of a certain project they are complaining that project cannot succeed. So you need to find out usheba so baba kwisa aba so baba kwisa, you call the elders and sit down with them. They can help you to finish out your problems, because problem is pabantu, then problem ipwa pabantu, then balabonse tulalanda kaina mbokulanda na kwisa mulela ndokwe bati ba youth ewe bateke chalo ichibe mbachilanda chiti inama yaba ichita inona inama yaba iche ya inona. We are Africans and we should respect our elders. Some of you are saying no tulevo ba youth bateke chalo ba youth kuti bateke chalo ngeko bali bampanda mano ngeko bali ba inonge wina inelangulelo ine pano kuti naba president wa chalo, because chibemba chando kwebati chimbukulira nishipado kwa shintilile efyo chibemba chilanda, meaning that ngandefo kubakateka ine pano po mulemona tetimbe fyationa labakateka kuya kuliba inonge wina abalipo ba vice president na yafu kama mayo ndefu ande isa kulimo mule nsambilisha ama politics. Ayama politics on chitaine ayo nandaine. That's why ine bambepe shafiati yo grassroots media na chitecha. So I don't do politics of propaganda and I don't do politics of hatred. I stand on the truth, because ama politics oko na sambilila. One, na alikumanyapo bonza wabafwa na alisambila pa ma politics pali bakaunda babene bakaunda na sambila kwa na ma politics kuli ba FTJ Chiruba na sambila kwa ma politics kuli F Patrick Mwanawasa na sambila kwa ma politics kuli kumunandi Arupia Banda na sambila kwa ma politics kuli ba Michael Sata na sambila kwa ma politics kuli Edgar Chagwarungu na sambila kwa ma politics akwa Kainde Ichilema. Ababonsaba, if you want to be a good politician, read their backgrounds, read their what they speak and what they did, so you can understand that if you want to become a leader, you have to stand on the truth, never speak lies, never speak whatever. You need to understand that politics is we learn something from all these elders. So umulira uchingira bakuru taocha. So I'm advising by PF and you the youths, mwebale mama baka you to never by youth. Yes, by youth they have got energy to work, but they need guidance from the elders. That's why I want to advise by PF chiba kwatira ma problem chipani chabo abakalamba bali fokuba mwishabakalamba mwishabakalamba yo tatulefoa bajini kapata yo tatulefoa bankanduruo yo tatulefoa kampiongo yo tatulefoa Davis Mwila bane umulilo uchingira abakuruta ocha olwe chibemba chilando kweba ati pachabu beta pobo wishibe efyo chibemba chilanda abakalamba batulemona kuti mwalanda tabako atemano ona ngubali rusa my election ichale ngelo kurusa my election mu 2021 teba Davis cha ba Davis cha mlango ba Davis Mwila nangu bankanduruo nangu ba Edgar Lungu bufi bwa kwaka inde ebwale ubufi bwali pitira bwali chila pantu na yo wine we ule tamba ngachakwebo omuntu akweba tubunga buka ba 50 kwacha uleshito obunga 120 kuti wavotero obunga 120 ngachakwebo kweba uleshita fio 17 kwacha elo kwasa iso omuntu wabufi asa kweba fio ka pa 12 kwacha kuti wavotero fio pa 17 kwacha. So echale ngele ba PF kupona my election tekulando kweba ati you start blaming abakalamba yo abalengele ni basikazwe yo abalengele tupona my election bakantola bakantwa ichale ngele ba PF kupona my election mula ndu wabufiwa kwa Kainde Ichilema akainde alile po bufiwa kweba ati ngawala lolelo to bufiwa kwe alela ndad fertilizer ba PF balesha fertilizer pa 570 kwacha akainde ala ndio kweba fertilizer kaba 250 kwacha nombali webo fama kukaromo niwebo fama kupeta uke niwebo fama kumpurungu kwa iso wabufi asa kweba fertilizer kaba 250 kwacha kuti wavotera nani. So ichalengela ba PF kupona bufi kwa HH tekulanda tiyo makada zishan ama kada za ba PF na ba UPND balelwa elo ba UPND bale ba PF ngamwalolesha lelo bali mu government lelo ba UPND bali mu government ba PF ali ku opposition na mumfa kwa tiba PF na boma po ba UPND ba PF bali kwa tama kadi azeko bali baje bakaka netwe kale shupako ala ba UPND bali mu government mwali mfa kwa ba PF ba mo ba UPND bali ba UPND bali ko opposition bale uma ba PF so ili shiraka darism yari imoneka fyabe nabale leta ntulubundi ba UPND so ba PF chalengele bapone bale pange spatala bapanga maskuru bapanga emisebo baleta bale pera social cash transfer bali kwete free education from grade 1 to grade 7 ba PF so ichalengele bapone akaindela ba UPND bufi bwali chilamo network yali shupako so kulolela kofi alebe pokwe bad by 14 hours dola nishina ipona elo ni wabo businessman ule chinja dola pa 17 kwacha elo wakweba tika ba 10 kwacha watu wavotela nani so ichalengele ba PF bapone bufi wakwa HH na UPND nomba ama Zambia naba mona kula ndo kweba uyu muntu wabufi I government ya kwaka inde chema yabufi Zambian people they have now seen that's why they have said ba PF you are better than ba UPND put your house in order that's why inalando kweba ati inama yaba icheta inona mwe network ya shupa sana sometimes so ya kufuafua so that's why indela ndo kweba ati ba youth aba PF na mubakalamba aba PF you have to work together for any abakalamba bampandamano aba aliko elo chipanchale pangwa ba inonge wineko baba abo abena KBF eko baba beteni twala enda shani bamperi amano ichibemba chilando okweba ati ichisosa chipamano elo ichibemba chilanda ati amano mambulwa if you cannot consult people you will baba mula chula panta mufu okuipusha abantu nelo le chula bama mwali kwa tension ya kuipusha ngana ipusha KBF na ngana ipusha ba inonge wina ni bala mkwati nshkwete mano you go to the founders of the Patriotic Front mwikale pamo ichibemba chilanda chiti uleta pabwingi tona ula uleta pansa ka tona ula so mulingira mwa kwa tensa ka yabakalamba balabe ni yabakalamba mulela ndo kweba tiyoba inonge wina tamulefoko baleta mpepi tamulefoko leta balabonse nangu bankanduru tamuleba fwaya yole mbiaba lengelo kupona maita kudi walengelo kupona ma election walengelo kupona ma election yakainde ubufi abepele bwadi wakarumba nga kabia tawufi abepele chechi ala ndio kwa tubunga buka ba 50 kwacha kuti tu vote obunga 120 ala ndete kwa kabelo shedding only time ile kwa alikuwa na load shedding so akainde aletela akarumba kabufi akakweba tinga kabiata na mumutwe kakubyatuka kwa mkuvotela HH abena Zambia bali temwa ukuikala bwino so uli aishile no bufi bwa network ya kufuafua mchalo chesu so nomba badabakalamba abo aba PF bete mubete balabeni balambo kusunkenda lama bamubali kwate myoto katababo mfya kuti bamipela ko sha campaign bamona bakwata ko tunda lama kuti basita ko donate if you cannot involve those who are former DC ba minister ba PS abale kufialo ma ambassadors ama commissioners you are losing it as a political party balabene nabakwata ko inda mesho benga myafwa and bampela kwa my ideas bane ichi pamu nobe chikabana paliwe ndia umfilo oluseba UPND ba UPND nga bapona political party against pomni one day ba UPND ala bakapona my election next year political party ikapomni one day because they have created so many enemies. You cannot fight a strong opposing political party in such a manner kwa mkuchinja mashina abene bachipani na balala ubushikumule chinja mashina alabaka esaka kwa bengi muri government ya kwaka inde ichilema aba alienda la maisha ma CDF baleka kwa aba ile kudi iliko conference ya kwa maosa mpabala bonza baleka kwa aba involved party ya keke international airport scandal baleka kwa aba iba mafe tries baleka kwa aba afishire miti abantu balefa mu kipatala baleka kwa aba shitisha amataba kuya ku Tanzania kutwa kushacha kuya mkoda amataba yakweto poison baleka bakaka kwa bengi abakaka kwa mu UPND aba iba ma switch light kuka kwa imilandu kairi na balabonsa abashutira abayiche balabashutira abayiche kumufumbwe balya bonse kuka kwa kairi na mulete ekisira cha ukaka abantu so mwishi okweba tinga marusa my election mweba lady enda masha CDF kuka kwa mweba ba involved in any corruption by UPND na mwishi ba mukaraso ntana next year kwa chala 8 months mukaraso ntana because abantu muchala muno tabale mfunga tule ba advice so muleka kwa kama mlefo kukakwa tamulefo kula bombela bela Zambia mulebula malaiti muleshitisha abela Zambia bare chura muleka kwa kafu mbufu formula muletere na yawo inaka inde ukesa tulondolwela ko indala mesho wao naula kuletala ko unit house inseja kukala ku state house nishinge ndalama wao naula kairi bala kutino kukweba indala mesho wao naula kulaisha imyoto kaisha abuteko every day from state house to community house ukesa tulondolwela ko iwaka inde ichilema ukesa tulondolwela ko kesa tulondola ko wai wona urendela mashacharo because every drop of water balusaka water balando kweba it counts. Every drop of fuel counts. How much drums of fuel have you wasted driving from community house to state house? Ukesa tulendo na ukesa tulondolwela ko ukula bula ba police kula bensha every day pamusebo. Is it not abuse of power? Ukesa tulondolwela ko because balaba police ngacha kweba ati wikala ku state house ngatabatantama pamusebo balaba police abatantama pamisebo bafuma kuisa babonfya fuel. That is abuse of power. That's why tunakwata state house ukesa tulondolela kona waka inde because balantina sana okulanda. You the UPND you are not clean than the Patriotic Front. In fact, Simoba UPND you are more dead than the PF. You are more dead than the PF. So baka inde ichilema mukesa tulondolwela ko nga mwarusa my election ama fiwa umwaona ula from community house to state house inda mashachalo shile unaika intuale jiobe iya kwenda every day from community house to state house ukula bonfye myoto kashachalo ukula bonfye fiwa weya chalo ukula senda ba police kuba tanta mikapamisebo ba police bala tabenda punch ngabale fuma kuli lai ba police bala tabenda punch ngabale fuma ku central police benda ne myoto kaisha abuteko ukula bonfya fiwe pakutwala ba police ba kutanta parody. That is abuse of power because bakainde ngamwalikele ku state house bakainde ngamwalikele ku state house balaba police ngabale sitako fimbi kali ngamufuma fe kunkwazi house mwana mu state house offices mwabomba ichungulo mwakomboka shirenda mamuleo naula baka inde echile mukesa londolola mukesa twaba otherwise mukesa alipila ndalama kaina mulete echisela na mulete echisela. You are the first president who unalo ndama shachalo kula inda every day pamusebo from community house to state house. It's more than 10 kilometers, almost 10 kilometers if I'm not mistaken. Number ukufuma ku community house waku state house waenda about 10 kilometers wawela kulanch 20 kilometers wawelela, that is 30 kilometers wawela gen kungande chungulo, that is 40 kilometers. How many vehicles akukonka from community house to state house ngosendela mamotokali 5 na Honda kushita multiply kilometers 40 kilometers times 5 vehicles nishwa covering that. How much money are you spending on fuel? Ukesa tulondolo elako because fuel safety, that is abuse of power. That is abuse of power. Ngawaleka la ku state house fuel lete chile unaika shilenda masha fuel kutwa shita mama kafi no mama panado tuwapela bantu bano washikwete ndama shakushite miti mfipatara. That's how it is. So you the UPND you are not clean than the PF. That is a fact. And you, it is easy to lose election because abena Zambia nabo mfuensala mwadileta load shedding mwadileta fio yali dula ubunga bwali dula aba amalonda bale folenda machine ono bale shita mala shama civil servant and budgeted for. When we have got electricity, you are exporting electricity to other countries. Mukesa londolola pali balabonsa abafwa mukesa londolola baka inde echemanga baikile mu state house uda police uda wafide mulani mwamoso tunyalo dinga tafuye udiana mayo bapunkile nishibale twala bafuma kushindika ba police baka inde echema ku community house lo mwana kashi bakesa londolola because fiance kila mwana very simple when you have got that power, but when you lose power, that's when you are going to know that you are going to stand alone. You are going to stand alone because ngatulela ndamu mna kwa tamanu. ichalo bantu ichalo kumfu abantu nga balelanda. That's why na ba PF ndebeba ba PF, can you go back and look at the old people aba chipancha PF baba kuisa muiposa aba liba former minister yoba nkanduluo tatupafu tungomfu wako tatulefu bale moneka na ukwa toru pia as a youth nangu bamibe pobufi yoba youth tulefu timipele kwa opposition mu government vya bufi walishi wakutaka mpeni constituency we nikuisa wala fumioru pia youth nikuisa wala fumioru pia youth uwala kuchita fund ni nani unless government yalando kweba tiba youth abale foku iminina twalambo kufandinga bali ya campaign nemyoto kababa pera nendama baba pera and that way timwalando kweba tiba youth baka ko parliament but bako afia uchite campaign tamapo mama campaign ya constituency elo muntu aba kwa toru pia eba wa member of parliament because you have to go in the constituency to go on the campaign bali abantu abasanga mu campaign mu constituency balafu aligaria bali abantu ababa mu constituency balafu ayolupia so tekuka fyo luchera bakweba tiyo you are the youth ukawina my election mwana ukayibona ondela ndangwa mu constituency ngawa afika bapunda bosi baisa wanalebo ya menshi ponse po wanyante ya menshi so ba youth date mubombe ukwabula bakalamba inenga ndefu okwimina ze member of parliament of Lusaka Central kuya kuli bankanduluo na yafukama na yakuli bainonge wina na yafukama na yakuli chimbaka mbwili na yafukama na yakuli KBF na yafukama na yakuli Given Rubinda na yafukama na yakuli Monde na yafukama na yakuli Fred Membe na yafukama na yakuli Nakachinda na yakuli Saboy kuli balama big politician na yafukama na tikwena ndefu okwimina as a member of parliament wa Lusaka Central ama challenges inkoje shikwe tendalama ndefu ako indalama na mamotoka elo balabonsa bakalamba bakuwapo bakupela ko tundalama bakupela ko ne myotoka sha campaign elo waimina no mbole landa na mike tatu lande na mike ukwabula ndalama mu pocket chabu fi berabi bepa me am a politician, I work with politicians, so you need big people. You cannot run an election if you want to become a member of parliament ukwabula kubona bakalamba chabu fi uringila wamo na businessmen wala kukubala abakwata kwendalama boya kainde ndefo okwimina boye chechi nishinga wala mpelako yo grassroots media mwache walela ndasana pali ne bad okay since never former president na la kupelako fe lang 50,000 ya fiwe wa kuli bankandruo ndefo akoya nani iya ma talk time na la kupelako 5 pin wa kuli KBF bamdala ndefo okwimina ba KBF. So ndefo kwa ndalama na motoka okay motoka na la kupela ndalama isha kupele Fred Membe boy ndefo okwiminira boy nishu wala ngafu wako abama politician life yo baikala. That's why mukasanga members of parliament balaba shakwate ndalama bala kongole ndalama bale babe party mkesa wina abengi bali kwate ndalama bali kwata inkongole bali pona bama bali butuka bali chinjama town mulandi waishi wala kuzambezi wala kumongu kudefu mkwimina ze member of parliament constituency fyo kuipuisha kuli fuel you have to prepare more than 40,000 fuel more than 40 pin muli 3 months you have to spend more than 40 pin kuli fuel so you see wawombele kuisa pakufa yo ine 40 pin wala fumia kuisa 40,000 ya fuel fe if ya kudia kupulinta ligaria. You need all the people. Aba kwa experience. Abela VJ. Na abela never simumba na shala neka political party. India feko daya. Kuya. That's why mlamona ine. I'm a politician. Aka inde ndalandapo. Never simumba ngapanga mistake ndalandapo. Baka vindele ndaba vundula. Na vundula brigadier general mianda. Na why karazi. Ba nandia bama politics. Tapadi wandu ba Muzambia. Nangu waka India ichile mamuka muipushe. Community house yari nchishiba. State house yari nchishiba ine. Mila berami bepa. State house yari nchishiba. Community house yari nchishiba. Tapadu mtunga kube pobufi. Ba polisi nibanga ba nchishiba. Ba civil servant nibanga. Ba mwaisa banga. So ngandefo kuba member of parliament wa Lusaka Central. Kuba wina ba UPND ba shabalerila. because you know kwatama strategy na lishiba where to source money. You cannot be a politician without funders. You can't be fiabufi. Running an election is very expensive. Don't be cheated. So mwaba for a member of parliament, you have to work with the old people. But aba member of parliament, aba minister, they'll help you. Karibari pitamo muma politics. So that you posa bakalamba, yota tulefa bakalamba. Do you have the money? That's why mukasanga ba politician ya bakalamba, balabuera mu government, because ena akekala kunganda. Abena kainde bala ima bakalamba mwali ba former minister. Nishi mwala tuwafuako. Okay, ine campaign shakeseko ba nala ingisha mo 100 pin na moto kala mpire ya campaign. Na ikala kunganda na umbia alo boy ala nani KPF ba nani ba inonge winner mayo mwala ngafuako yeshikudi campaign ka inonge winner bala na mwala wandi wa chitabu ino wali mpelo mchinshi nala ingisha mo 250,000 nombole njeba ba ingisha mo 250,000 na umbia ingisha mo motoka elo president uriasa wina ngani Fred Membe nangu ni Kalaba kuti alaba balia abale bika mwendalama. That's why bala bouncer alabuela suvya masebo asaba minister mutati abuela asaba minister. Why bala ingisha mwendalama tamu ya campaign umulila uchingira bakuta ocha. That's why ukasanga bamo ni civil servant aya kuchipani ata report alando kweba tyo bakateka nebo civil servant lelo mwalishi wabali tukaka pakanwa hii political hii muna campaign na ala ingisha mo 30,000 lelo mkese njibukisha ngama bakateka lelo wasa dabwa ni civil servant ni teacher ali ingisha mo 30 pin afa kwa chipani cha wina lelo basa mchita pointers as DC warubana ba mchita point shani DC bale ingisha mwenda la in politics. They are funders. They are those people that are seen and those who are not seen. But aba shimoneka eba la mumfati permanent secretary yo alia mkubomba kuisa bali mutuma alia ku Brazil alia ku Canada uremba kwa chitiwa kuchita point without contribute anything. Do you think kutibasa kuchita point as high commissioner or ambassador na uralafe kunganda? You have to wake up and join the team of politics. And you have to invest in politics. That's why mnasanga ba member of parliament balaba kwate nkongole kukuba constituency tababwele lako ekala kurusakale nwati ali kongwele ba uchabe member of parliament ngambo kwa constituency bala mukulomba abantu indalama. So balambo kwisa panomba kai bali midelera ku constituency 5 years 4 years yapo taizako ndakwashala 1 year waisa na shenda amashonse shitale mipela ala mistro bwalia ubwalwa mwambo kupunda ona ne body wachikata ona ne bo. Politics is a game where you have to invest in time, you have to invest in resources. That's how politics is. So former ministers tamakawasa ngema front line kuna kana kuti naikana kunganda astafe aingisha mofie ndalama basa mchita point as a minister. You know we call the dabwa. Number one bamufumya kuisa as a minister. Alice tamo invest. That's how politics is. So mwewa lefo kumona KBF. Kuntumila phone na mitwala. Mwewa lefo kumona Kalaba. Hadi Kalaba kumitwala. Mwewa lefo kubwela ku PF. Kuntumila phone na mitwala. Mwambo kuchongesha. Ine ndefo kubana ba PF. Ine ndefo kubana KBF. Ine ndefo kubana Kalaba. Mwaba politics. When you get involved in the world of politics, toba kawa kateka. Bakaisa kuibukisha. In a game. So I'm telling you about PF. Can we involve the old people? They're still alive there. But I'm a former ministers. Beteni. Muka kwate meeting. Ba former minister. Abena kampiongo. Ba former minister. Abena given ubinda. I'm a former minister. Zaba PF bonse bala mwabeta. Elo mwakwata meeting. Tuwala inda shani bane. Tuwali kwa ma ministers. Pala tuwali pangele mistake. Tuwala shitaso. Nikuza tuwala fumienda lama. Because you can't run a political party without money. But abakalamba abena inonge winner. Badi kwa experience. Badi ishibenda meko share fuma. Elo Michael Satari umumi. Elo Edgar Lungu wali president. Badi ishibem piyoko shifuma. Bala kwe bati mwana wandi. Wachitabu ino kuisa. Na alikwata kwa nandi ku South Africa. eba chitama fund ama political party nangu nalikwata kwa munandi former president kabia ni kwa so mwe mwone ba former president abaso bala myafu wako elo ngo waya kula kuchalo kule bala bakwebe ya mia mwe former president kwa liba abo tubombana bena kwa liba abo tubombana bena ama guys aba bali kwa tamaini so kabia ni mulande na bena bali kwa tindalama waya kula former president ula kuchalo kule ala Mr. Connect. That's how we do politics. So, abangakula ngoko aboru pia. Bakalamba. You are the youth. Where are you going to get the money? Who is going to connect you with the former president of Malawi? Who is going to connect you to the former president of Tanzania? Who is going to connect you to the former president of Congo? Who is going to connect you to the former president of South Africa, Jacob Zuma? Bakalamba balaba inonge winner. Bali kwa tama namba yama former president. Songo wa Afrika balakula ngenshila. Abakalamba bala tulange nshila. That's why chibemba chilanda ati chindika wiso na anoko pakwe batukwe kalenshi kwishingi chindika ni abakalamba aba PF fwaeni nshila ya kuitaba inonge wina iteni ba inonge wina bala milange nshila elo ba PF malikuwa teshuko maiko sata tala fwa alitekele chalo alishiri abakashi ba Christine Kaseba kubeta ba Christine Kaseba ela bamdala bapangire chichipani wali pamo balume benu bale kwanisha shani nikuisa bale fumyo rupia Christine Kaseba ala Mr. Guide yo bane bamdala lo balipo bale landana abantu ama investors abaso mwabula ba Christine Kaseba mwabaposa mwabula ba Christine Kaseba abakashiba kwa maiko satepo bali mule batamba abana kashibala sungenka abana kashibala sungenkama abeshiba fwe bako tuya bakashibandi nala mukumana ko mu Indian waso bakashibandi nala mukumana ko politician waso. A man always is opposed to the wife. So tetumuleke ba nani ba Christine Kaseba beka refie kubeta mayo iseni hapa bamundala besu ba Michael Satolo bapangide chipani bale bomba shani abana bata sponsor ni banani abela GBM ko baboko kuya mkube pusha GBM mweba reafo ba Michael Sata nikwisa kumbitunga senda kwenda lama shakula ninge chipani alabane mwila sula abantu GBM yole sana musunga at least ngale mfwako bwino mwayafu kama mwamuipusha twala indashani ba mdati pene kwa mano ala mpera mano ako bari ama funders abare funding ya PF eba funding na UPND apa again bare fwa ba kufundinga eko baba mafandazi abangala nendalama ishakupela abantu so ichi sosa chipamano fwaeni ba Christine Kaseba mufwaye ba mama ba inonge wina mufwaye na ba mukupa eko bali abakala mbaba lendala ba eti karungu yati munje bati bonse bala bonse aba bombele mu PF tibakano kubika kachabinga panshi chabinga kuti bamweba chabinga ikalapa alo mweo waba mukutwi chibemba chando kweba tumweo waba mukutwi bala muita chabinga ikala pamwa iche ifefi ole chitole rufyanya ule ona mupashi aba pangire chipani chiba Michael Sata ifo mulerwa mule chusho mupashi wa kwa Michael Sata kumanda bala mweba ala umfwa muri omwa iche chabinga kurati kwefu badela ndabakalamba chishinka nomba musende bakadoli baye mkulanda na chabinga refu orupia is a project of money. Chabinga is a project of money. So number, how do you talk to him? Kufwa ya bakalamba. Bamuita bamubika panshi mona. Aba pangire chipani chiba Michael Sata. Ba pangire chipani ya balanda. Nombe fimule chita mule bapanisha spirit kumanda kulia. Bamu chita device. Nama consequences ya chitika na chakwa batumu na wachintu afwa. Elo mwashala mwaona ula. Chitika ni ifi. Pantumule uchinga bakuta ocha. So you need to involve the big people. When you have got problem, nangumanga ndanga ngamwa problem. Tuleta abakaramba bakwatamano. Abasunga po echupo. Kutiwa walumfu hapo umuntu ushaupa. Amkufundo umwaume ushaupa urefo okupa. Walimona ko na mayo ufunda na mayo munango ushaupa hapo na ngusha kwa experience. That's why tulandati abalangizi. Fwaeni abalangizi. Fwaeni bashimbusa. Bafundi abana mipokolola bakalamba nala mkwata problem nelomba bakalamba ngamwe mwabasula bakala mitamba fye Okay, mwala leta chabinga mwamuleta. Na mao sampa babwera. Mwaleta la PF kuli mwebele mweka mweba iche. Na mkwa toru pia. Bainonge wina bali kwa toru pia. Kenchusha hao. Kutiba miafu wako indala mashaku ya kujeno conference. Okay, pali jeno conference. Na la mipela kwa 100 pin. Ika miafu wa. Mwala kuli nkandruo. Tula kujeno conference. Ishinga wala ibika po. Na la mipela kwa 30 pin. Abika po. Indala mashira shire fula. You can go to a general conference. Nomba baba iche mulela ndati. Yo tulefu wa fiaba iche. Bali kwa toru pia. Politics is money. To have a general conference, you need money. You need transport. You need food. You need to hire a venue. No baba ichaba shabu mabo government wala funya kuiso rupia. So, tuambe utontonkanya outside the box. Inena ndafye. Shia kuchipata tinena ndati. Bale jipusha, which camp do you belong to? I want to answer you, my brother Pili. I belong to the Zambian people. That is my camp. I support 90% opposition political parties and I give 10% to the ruling government. I belong to grassroots media. Simple as that. Kuri KBF ndaya. Kuri ba PF ndaya. Kuri Fred Membe ndaya. Kuri Karaba ndaya. Kuri ba Winter Kabimba ndaya. I'm a different politician. So my camp is I'm a camp for who belongs to the Zambian people. That is my camp. Zambian people is my camp. Me, I don't belong to any camp. Le lori nenga na kwata camp. Bonsa barapona. Barambo kulila. Ngana lando kweba tinala supporta kalaba baralila. Ngana lando kweba tinala supporta KBF baralila. Ngana landa tinala supporta Mundubire baralila. Ngana supporta Gibe Lubinda baralila. So I don't want to be part of the confusion. My camp is for the Zambian people to advise the opposition political parties and at the same time to so it is enough. That is my camp appeal. That is my camp appeal. I want to see KBF working with the Patriotic Front. I want to see the PF to work with KBF. I want to see KBF to work with Kalaba. I want to see Membe working with all these, because one thing that we are fighting for is to change the government and to have one president in State House. Simple as that. So I want to see Winter Kabimbaba. Baisa Pamo, they work as a team. Baisa Pamo, Babomba as a team. And nga win my election. Ngachakwewa kweba tiba win my election. Umwana wa kuibere na nkatamo benefit. Fionga chipa. Transport ikachipa. Na inena wanisha motoka nkalasta enjoy. Muli barungu fio yali 90 kwacha 5 liters. 90 kwacha 5 liters muli edi karungu. Lero fio tuleshta 160 kwacha. Akainde alilundako. Sa alilundako 70 kwacha. Muli 4 years alunda 70 kwacha. Edi karungu 10 years fio 17 kwacha. So you need a government that is going to respect you. You need a government that is going to help you. Fionga chipa ubunga bura chipa. Fionga chipa if you kufuala fila chipa. Fionga chipa if you kudia fionse fila chipa. Why? Because the future of every economy is determined by energy. Ngatakudia ama light tetu pange business ama bucha kuona ika. Munga ndakula shitomu na every day. Kushitomu na every day wali ba expensive. Kula shita malasha. This time kula una ule fimuti fila una ike fimuti. We are going to reap what we are doing because we are exporting electricity. Ela bachako bana bale putule fimuti. Elwe mfula ikale kokuloka. Wikarandete tuwale landa. Lesefi ya mipelele mfula. Could stop protect the future of the trees. Number. Ba ama chako banazi. Fimuti finga baona ula. Epo akainde aisa mkona ule charo. Ifimuti fia onaika. Deforestation. The reason why God gave you the trees is to produce lands. Ela mule teme fimuti. Panti mule bula malaiti mule ishtisha. Mule alabo kweba ti mule ona ule chalo. Through deforestation. You are destroying your country through deforestation. Lesami pela menshi. Aya kupanga malaiti. Mule ona ule fimuti. You are exporting electricity. Ela mule rumba. Abakesa chula bana benu. Abakesa chula. You the Zambian people one day you are going to regret. You are cutting trees. And you are exporting electricity. And you are supporting a failed government of Wakainde Chilema. You tell Wakainde Chilema that this is a failed government. And we are not going to allow a government that is going to destroy the nature of this country. What Yakainde HM and the UPN they are doing, they are destroying nature by cutting trees. When we have got water, they are exporting electricity. Are you going to be happy? They started me pay for this year. Why are floods? Malase ndama right mureshtisha. Ama chako banners they are cutting trees. Because every house in Lusaka they are using charcoal. Number, look at the population of Lusaka. Abantu mu Lusaka babanga. If you were to count how many houses are in Lusaka, now you calculate every house is buying charcoal. How many trees are being cut every day just to satisfy the nonsense of road shedding? You are destroying your country. You are destroying your future. Because most of you can't see that. You can't see that. Every month, chimo. Number, amanganda murusaka yabayanga. Amanganda kopa belt yabayanga. How many people are using Mlandwa network? Nibanga abaona ula life ya fimu timuchalo muno. You are killing nature. Kula teme fimuti, fimi pele mfula. Mfula yali lokele muleshitisha malaiti. Every house with this every house in town, you are cutting trees because you are using charcoal. And God is looking at you. God is looking at us. The Bible says, you are a rich fool. Why God said you are a rich fool? Lesa kupela malaiti, washitisha, ulebula lesa, if kupele mfula, waputula. Because of money. Let us not be rich fools. Let us respect nature. Let us respect what God has given us. For Pautilesa to pele fimuti, he knows, he knew. So you remove this government that is exporting electricity. When we are cutting trees, we are destroying nature. This UPND government, they don't care. They are destroying your future. Infuna kaloke wanu ye, mkaisa fona ba na bakashi. Mkalandata tuwalilanda. Lesalo abikamu efimu tiadi ishiba. The importance of trees. Lelo mule putu efimu timule osham. Mule panga malasha. Ama inshi, lesami pela. Instead mpanga malaiti. Mule te export malaiti. Then you are destroying your own country by cutting trees. Instead of protecting trees. And you use water to generate electricity. But you are destroying your own country. Muna ule charu mleshtisha malaiti. Chishimbae. Tatampeni kwa mano ya kulanda na bantu ye. Mayo kalindura. Lesami pale wherever you are. May God bless you, my brothers and sisters. I'm Joseph Chimba, the grassroots media president, broadcasting live in the Republic of Zambia. Remember, enemy of God. Poverty is the greatest enemy of God. And poverty breeds corruption. If there is corruption in the country, it's because corruption breeds poverty. Poverty breeds corruption. And I want to advise somebody outside there. In the book of Luke, chapter 17, verse 26. As it was in the days of Noah, so it will be the way it was in the time of Sodom and Gomorrah. Bale noa, bale fula, bale koro. God did what he did. There's a tafua uko na ule chula panga. Mwila ona ula bantu, mwila ipana, mwila bepana, mwila ipana, mwila roa. Mwila korwa, mwila roa. Because at the end of the day, our God is love. So let us continue preaching love and unity. In the Republic of Zambia, we are one people. So the book of Luke, chapter 17, verse 26 is saying, as it was in the days of Noah, so it shall be. Likewise as it was also in the days of Sodom and Gomorrah. Learn to preach love and unity and forgiveness. Matthew chapter 24, verse 11. Be aware that many false prophets will come and mislead many. Where we are, we have got so many false prophets in this country. Abalebe pobufi. Dilaba rungu baafua. Elo balaba mota prophesy. Tabala ndirati barungu baka fwa mairo. We have got so many false prophets. And most of the false prophets are funded Gababa pelo rupia. Eno bambo usta fan. Bambo uta prophesy. Yoka wina my election in you. Yoka wina my election. Utebakwa tanenson. So be aware that the false prophets are in this country. And most of the false prophets have been funded. So that they can mislead you. Gababa pele ndalama. Eno bambo church wata prophesy. Uka wina my election in you. So don't follow the false prophets. Leadership comes from God. And I want to tell somebody outside there, our God is gracious. Our God is gracious and compassionate. Slow to anger, full of love. Our God is gracious and compassionate. Slow to anger, full of love. That's why mkasangendo shinga washe fyakufuara. Fyakufuara firoma. Iule nga washe fyakufuara. There is a talent that if you our God is full of love. So continue loving one another and forgive one another and promote togetherness. In Zambia, the cancer of tribalism must be stopped. All the Bembas, the Tongas, the Karubale, the Roses, all the Lenges, the Sori, you are all created in the image of God. So don't allow evil things to happen in the name of tribalism. You can promote tribalism today, but what happens when you are supporting those who are in power? When they leave power, you have got children and their children after. And another group comes and say, no, so at the end of the day, we are creating a problem in the country. So preach peace and unity. Stop the demons of tribalism. You are all created in the image of God. The Tongas, the Bembas, the Krubale, the Renje, the Baushi, the Kaonde, they are all looking for employment. Create an environment where everyone can feel at home. May God bless you. Let us continue preaching one Zambia, one nation. Let us continue preaching Zambia is a Christian nation. I love you all. May God bless you. We take 3 steps ahead every day. God bless you. Happy Sunday. See you after some time. I love you.